Who else is ready for the CPI data report tomorrow? What's going on, team? It's Ricky here with TechBud Solutions. Hope that you guys are all having an amazing Tuesday. Today is a little bit of a red day, not too significant. It's not doing anything that we haven't really seen. Looks like the NASDAQ market was retracing back to the moving average on the 1 hour time frame, but it's already beginning to show signs of a support. And based off of the previous 2 trading days, such as Monday and on Thursday, we found a support and we came back to that resistance right around 318. So as of right now, we are trading at 316. Again, it doesn't really surprise me that today is a little bit of a slower day. During my live trading session with the LPP team, we talked about this, that today's not a day that we hesitate to lock in profits. That's why I sent out that tweet today of, eventually you'll end up either locking in profits in the green and or you'll end up bag holding and you're going to end up selling it for a loss. But nonetheless, your position will be sold. So either decide to sell it now or forever hold your peace, right? And our main focus today, at least for our LPP team, was to not put ourselves in a position where we end up bag holding that tomorrow when the CPI data report comes out 1 hour before the market opens, that we end up regretting, right? That we didn't take action today, right? Now is not a time to be greedy. It's not a time to be fearful either, right? If you want to go long and you have a long position and you can tolerate the time that it will take for the market to recover, then great, so be it. Don't be afraid to do so, right? Tomorrow there will be volatility, but again, it's all about tolerance. Can you tolerate the time it will take for the market to recover? And same thing with you thinking that the market's going to sell off, right? If you think the market's going to sell off and you want to have an open position, sure. All I'm here to remind you is do not put yourself in a position that is too heavy that will discourage you to ever want to trade again, right? Let's talk about what's to come tomorrow. So tomorrow is the CPI data report. I'm planning on hosting the free CPI data report live stream on my YouTube channel about 15 minutes before the actual report is released. I'll leave it up to you guys. Get this video to over 1,500 likes and we'll host that free live stream tomorrow, 15 minutes before the actual CPI data report. But for those that want to be able to figure it out on your own, the website is bls.gov/CPI. This is the official website where the actual report gets released. You guys can see here, March 23rd, 2023 was the last report. And then April 12th, which is tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. Eastern time, which is 1 hour before the market opens, is the next report. Our current inflation rate is at 6%. What is the expectation? Very simple. Current expectation is that actual inflation rate is going to drop to 5.2%. Our current rate is 6%. So what does this mean? Again, this is just what I believe, but Jerome Powell has this script that he reads every single time. And you guys let me know if you guys remember this script. But one of his things that he always says and has even continued to say even after the bank failures is that the Federal Reserve will stay the course with its fight against inflation to get it down to their target of 2%. We're currently at 6%, yet the market thinks that we're about to pivot right now. I'm not here to be controversial. I'm not here to trigger you. No one knows. I'm not going to be here to pretend to, make it seem like I know exactly what the Federal Reserve is going to do. No, I really don't even think the Federal Reserve knows what they're going to do because all they continue to say is that they will continue to react based off of economic data. So I do believe that if this report comes in higher than expected, meaning the expectation is 5.2%, our current inflation rate is 6%. If we do not show that inflation is going down, the Federal Reserve will have no other choice but to continue to raise interest rates. That's what I believe. But again, expectation is 5.2%. If it comes in a little bit higher, right, we're at 6%. The expectation is 5.2. And I think that's the kind of the discrepancy that people get confused. Right now, we are at that 6%. So even if we come in at 5.8 or 5.6, I still believe that the market could react in a positive way. I still believe that at that point, the Federal Reserve, might not be the most ecstatic with that reporting, but it's also not bad, right? Inflation is still going down, just not as quickly as expected. But overall, if inflation does not show that it is going down, if inflation actually shows to have gone up in the month of March, which is being reported in the month of April, right, tomorrow, then that is when the market can react in a very negative way and more rate hikes can be announced than what is currently expected. And that's just what I'm here to remind you is feel free to watch any speech of Jerome Powell when he talks about inflation, even after the bank failures. There's not one time that he has said that he will stop rate hikes or that they will take a less aggressive approach. They are hawkish. They say that they're going to stay the course, is his exact words, with its fight against inflation to get to that goal of the 2% target. So hopefully this inflation report does come in lower than expected or as expected, right? As long as it comes in lower than 6%, I think ultimately, even with how tomorrow might react, remember, tomorrow's a very volatile day. You don't necessarily, a lot of people, we even recommend for our beginner traders that are part of LPP to not even trade tomorrow. It's a very volatile day. It's a very risky day. There's quick changes of direction. Just don't put yourself in a position that you're not ready for, right? You need to learn how to walk before you run, and tomorrow it's a sprint. I think that's the best way to put it. So first thing is tomorrow's just one day, right? So even if the market does sell off a little bit, again, all we're looking for is signs of progress. And don't overcomplicate it, because remember, one day does not define a market or overall market performance. So even if we do sell off a little bit tomorrow, does that mean the market's going to crash? No, not necessarily. As long as we show progress on the inflation side of things, that inflation is actually going down, even if it's not as much as expected, that's still progress. And you guys know me, out of all people, I've been wanting the market to go down. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to allow my personal opinions or my hopes to cloud my thinking, right? I'm very open-minded, and I don't want it to be like, oh, if the market sells off tomorrow, we're doomed. No, not at all, right? I'm excited to follow up. I'm excited to see how the market actually reacts, how this report comes in, and I'm excited to experience this with all of you guys. So I will be hosting it for free on YouTube. All I ask you to do is, if it's not too much to ask, drop a thumbs up, get this video to over 1,500 likes, and subscribe to the channel, right? Turn on your post notifications so YouTube alerts you when it is that we go live, and it's going to be 1 hour before the market opens. If you have any questions before the actual CPI data report, one of two ways you can message me. You can message me via Discord, which is the first link in the description down below, or if you prefer social media platforms, direct message me via Instagram. It's the third link in the description down below. I am verified on Instagram. Please report all the fake accounts. This is my only Ricky account, and please be aware of that. So I really do appreciate you guys' time. Remember, today is not a day where you want to overcomplicate your trading, nor is tomorrow. Watch your position size, and please do not end up bag holding a position that you're going to end up regretting later down the road. Be calculated, stay patient, and trust me, it will pay over a larger period of time. 1 or 2 days does not define a market, nor should it define you as a trader. So hope and wish you nothing but the best, and I hope to see you tomorrow. Take care, team.